He's alive!
This is Sparta!
Todo estaba tan bonito, ay, hasta que empezó a fallar. Hubiera sido infinito, así, pero este amor no vale más. Ya te digo la verdad, tú llevaste todo, me quedé sin tono. Lo dejaste roto, me caí al fondo. No me quedes sola, tengo a Dios mis solas, no te necesito más.
So you wouldn't be totally wrong if you thought this was an LS, because it is a V8. However, it's an M60 B44, which is a Frankenstein, for those of you that don't know, between two generation of 5 Series engines. So essentially the block is from an M62 B44. The heads and the chains are from the M60 B40, because essentially the M60s had double wide chains and the M62s had single wide chains, and the second generation also had Vanos. So this deletes Vanos and uses the stronger chains than the second generation, so it's also the best of both worlds. First generation was 60/40, and then the second generation was 62/44. And basically having this mismatch of two different engines raises the compression ratio to an 11:1 compression ratio, and it becomes a 4.4 liter with a chip tune. I'm running an OBD1 from SS Squid. It dynoed from the last guy who built this thing at 350 wheel horsepower, so it's not insane amounts of power. Like a lot of drift cars these days have like anywhere from a 700 to 1,000 horsepower, but as far as my experience and from a lot of more experienced drifters, they say that 300 to 400 is the perfect zone if you're out there to like have fun and be able to push yourself and really see what you can do. Besides the engine, I have a 3-inch radiator with an electric fan. I do have the belt driven water pump there. I would like to go electric, but that's not in the budget right now. Moroso aluminum expansion tank, because of course infamous for 36 and 46s is the expansion tanks cracking. All the reservoirs are relocated to over here just for ease. I have a nice bleeder right here. The frame itself is reinforced all over. That goes into the chassis. As far as interior goes, it has bucket seats, 5-point harnesses. I have a Willwood reservoir there with a hydro handbrake on its own reserve aftermarket steering wheel. I have everything ran on switches, so nothing is really automated in this. Like everything has to be manually controlled. Door bars as well, so if I get T-boned, I'm a little safer. Full roll cage, goes all the way around, even goes into the trunk too, but I hit the wall last year and now I can't open it. I tapped the wall going pretty quickly. I was able to save it so the car wouldn't pivot and then go face first into the wall, but still this whole rear shifted and I bent a front controller when I rode the wall. I had my buddy Joel help me last week to actually fix that and get that to permanently stay closed.
Over here, we're gonna try to spread it as much as we can.
Heck yeah. Beautiful. Before it was just open and it wouldn't close at all. It's closed and it's not opening again. Welded reinforcements on the subframe, because that's also a common issue with 36 and 46 is the whole frame cracking around the subframe. I also have a welded diff with a shortened ratio. So factory, these things, I think they were like 293s. This one is a 346, so it's a ratio from, I can't remember exactly what the 346s come from, but it's a medium case with a 346 final drive. For those of you wondering what it needs to swap in a V8 from a 5 Series into a 3 Series, because this thing started its life as a 94 318 IS, which had a 4-cylinder, no power. I think they were like 140 horsepower, 160 maximum. Essentially, all that's needed besides the whole wiring aspect is the motor mounts, a modified drive shaft, and a 5 Series transmission. I'm even still running the OEM fuel pump from the 318. I don't know how, but it just works. That's all I'm going to show right now, because tonight I'm going to be hosting a car meet with Streets Media 514. I'm going to be bringing the Integra and the E36, so I'm going to pull the Integra out of storage, load it up on the trailer, and then I'm going to also bring the E36 with the help of a friend. Also going to be selling stickers, hoodies, and a new t-shirt that I just designed thanks to my dad and MJ Printing. So this is a teaser. This is just a little logo that I designed, and there's a whole design in the back too, but you guys will see that later.
Me quedé sin tono, lo dejaste roto, me caí al fondo. No me quedes sola, tengo a Dios mis solas, no te necesito más. Todo estaba tan bonito, hasta que empezó a fallar.
Let's get it now. I'm so up, I could be a pilot, be a pilot, be a pilot. I'm so up, I could be a pilot. Beat, 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 beat. Let's get it now.
But wait!
All right, so the big announcement. There's bad news and there's good news. I'll start with the bad news. There's not going to be another upload for another month. I may do a little short video next week of the LZ World Tour, which from the date that I'm filming this is going to be only a few days in the future, because the good news, I'm going to be going to Europe for 2.5 weeks with my partner. I'm going to be taking you guys along with me to go see Spa-Francorchamps and the Nürburgring. So Spa is just going to be the Euro race with a bunch of prototypes and a mix of different cars. The Nürburgring is going to be the 24-hour race, which we are going to be waking up super early, thank you babe, to go and watch it. And I am just so psyched. It's a dream come true. These are my two all-time favorite tracks that I have dreamt of racing on since I was a kid. I've had it in Gran Turismo Sport. I've had it in any kind of simulator video game any of y'all have played. For sure you've raced on Spa or the Nürburgring, and I'm actually going to be visiting it in person, which is just mind-blowing. I did look into renting a car to drive on the track, but that was ridiculous amounts. Even for an E36 or a Golf R, it was like a cost of the whole half of the trip, if not like 3/4 of the whole trip cost, just to have a car for like 3 to 4 hours. So in the future, this trip is just going to be a scouting, and hopefully one day I can go back, and who knows, maybe someone will lend me a car, or Driven will really take off and I'll be able to afford it. Who knows? I am so stoked, and I hope you guys are so happy to come along with me on that. Before I end this video, I would just like to add that this coming week, as I mentioned, is going to be the LZ World Tour. So it's going to be very tight. However, I'm going to try my best to squeeze in a video of the LZ World Tour of me attending that. And keep in mind that I am a one-man production. I film everything on my iPhone. I edit it all by myself on my PC. So it's a pretty long process to make a video. I hope you guys can understand, and I'm so happy to bring everybody along through technology. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.